Hello, welcome back to Chris's Beer Reviews. How are you? Hope you're doing it really well. It's time to review a beer, and as you can see from the thumbnail, it is the Westvleteren number 12. Some say that it's the best beer in the world. A lot of people have said it's the best beer in the world, but is it really? And how does a beer get that accolade of being the best beer in the world? How many people have got to say it's the best beer in the world for it to be classed as the best beer in the world? Well, I think some of it, from the minute bit of research that I did, is there used to be an app or a website called Rate Beer. And I think that kind of kicked it off as being classed as the best beer in the world. But Rate Beer doesn't exist anymore. Please don't get that confused with the Paul on his YouTube channel called Rate My Beer. They're not the same. But yeah, Rate Beer, when they were going, this was classed as the best beer in the world. And I think that's kind of where the momentum came from for that. Could be wrong, but just from the little bit of research I did, that's where it came from. I know it is a limited release, which kind of always adds to a bit of hype with a beer if it's only released at limited times. So it's the Trappist Westvleteren 12 coming in at 10.2% ABV. Now, as you know, if you follow the channel, I love a Belgian beer. I don't actually review a huge amount of Belgian beer, but I do thoroughly enjoy Belgian beers. I've been to Brussels, had some fantastic beers over there as well. And it's great in the UK that we can get a good range of Belgian beers. Even in UK supermarkets, you can certainly pick up some good Belgian beers. And a local offie just up the road from me sells a tremendous range of Belgian beers. So that's really good. They are accessible. This, I can't say how much it costs. I know they're fairly pricey in the UK, but this was a gift from Paul's Beer Reviews. So thank you very much, Paul, for giving me this bottle. And I'm looking forward to it. It is a beer that I've always wanted to do because I've always wanted to think, well, it's classed as the best beer in the world. So it's certainly something that I want to drink. So I don't have to worry about that anymore because, like I say, Paul, thank you. Thank you so much for giving me this bottle of beer. So let's get on with it. I do enjoy a good Belgian beer. I do not have a Westvleteren glass, but from what I've seen, I think their glasses are fairly similar in shape and size to this one. So we will get it in there. Ooh. A little cheeky bit of liveliness going on there. And let's get this one poured. We'll have a look, see how she looks, see how she sniffs, and certainly how she tastes. Certainly looking forward to it. But I am going into it with an open mind. I really am. I've seen some reviews of it over the years, of course I have. But I'm going to be quite open-minded, and I've drunk a lot of Belgian beers. An awful lot. So it'd be interesting to see how this fares. Given that little swirl at the bottom, that last bit just came out a slightly different colour to how it was pouring. We'll put that there, you can't see it. But let's have a look at it in the glass. Nice head. And it seems to be sticking around. Lovely kind of dark colour, a bit murky looking, darky brownish colour. Difficult to say whether you can see through it or not because of the lighting in here, but it looks good, doesn't it? That does look like a good beer. Let's get on the aromas. Let's see how she sniffs. Bit yeasty, dark fruits, raisins, sultanas, maybe a bit of figginess. But again, not unusual in a dark Belgian beer. And the aromas itself are not blowing me away. They're not telling me on the aromas that this is the best beer in the world, but it certainly smells good. A little bit of balsamic as well. Just kind of developing. A little balsamic-y vibe. Let's get tasting. Cheers. Let's go again. I say let's go again. There's things going on. It's certainly a very, very bloody good beer. Yeah, that's a good beer. That is a very good beer. And it keeps developing. Carbonation's really nice, really good carbonation. Quite drying. It's got quite a drying feature to it, which you don't get that hugely with dark Belgian beers. You normally get quite a sweetness cutting through them from a sweet raisin sultana figgy type vibe. You don't really get that. This has actually got a bit of bitterness and quite a dry into it. It's got a bit of more of a licorice kind of finish rather than a sweet finish, and it is very drying. Let's go again. It's definitely a winter beer, and we're not in winter yet, but that's a winter beer. That is it's a Christmas beer. That is after you've had a big Christmas dinner, you're chilling in the evening, you might have a log burner or a log fire if you're lucky, and that's the one to sit back and kick back and enjoy that Christmas food that you've had, and you've had a few beers and you're kicking back at the end of Christmas Day with a nice little nightcap. That fits that bill. It fits it superbly. The body for 10.2 I think is a little bit lacking on the body. I was expecting it to be a little bit bolder on the body, and for 10.2 of something that's supposed to be a very top quality Belgian beer, I don't get that good body, but you do get some good flavour in there. Finish is very different from most Belgian dark ales. You pick up on that sweetness at the beginning. You do get a bit of dark fruits, a bit of fig. That's definitely in there. A bit of kind of fig and prune, sultanas and raisins. But the sweetness of that gets whacked off very, very quickly by then what becomes almost like licorice type vibe. I got a balsamic type of vibe on the aroma. I don't get that on the taste, but it definitely finishes with a kind of a bitter, dry and licoricey vibe. I want the body to be bigger. I want the body to be bigger for what this beer is supposed to be classed as one of the best beers in the world, if not the best beer in the world. I think it really lacks on body. It delivers in lots of areas, but it really lacks on body. The 10.2% ABV, you're not picking that up either. There's no little warmth down here, which sometimes I want from a big ABV Belgian beer. I want all those sweet flavours. I want that stickiness, a little bit of caramel and a bit of toffiness going on. And I want that little warmth as it just drops down. And it doesn't deliver that. It doesn't deliver that one bit. There's no hint of that 10.2, which you could say is, some people might think is a good thing. Sometimes I want that. I want a bit of warmth. Do I think this is the best beer in the world? No, I don't. I absolutely do not think that is the best beer in the world. Do I think it's the best Belgian beer? No, I really don't. It's a good beer. It's got good balance. It works well. It's actually quite easy drinking. Pardon me, the carbonation's pretty decent. The body is what is really irritating me, is it doesn't have a depth to it. Pardon me. I've also got that, which you can get most places in the UK, Castile Triple coming at 11%. That will deliver you a much bigger body than the Westvleteren 12. What else have I got? I haven't deliberately put these out on purpose. They were just out because I bought some today. The Westmail Trappist, that comes in, I've had this a good few times, 9.5%, will deliver you a better body. Delirium Tremens, there's another one. See, I love Belgian beers, hence I've got a few sitting on the side. We've gone over 10 minutes, which I don't like to do, but I think it's worth doing with a beer that's you know, reported to be the best beer in the world. It just isn't. It just is not the best beer in the world. It's not the best Belgian beer in the world. I think there's lots of other Belgian beers. If I went through all the Belgian beers that I've had, I would say are better. Don't get me wrong, it's a good beer. It doesn't deserve the price tag that I believe that it sits on. There's just, now that I've had a few more mouthfuls and we're getting down the beer, the kind of sweetness is starting to develop. It's not feeling as dry now. Those initial 3-4 mouthfuls are really quite dry and really quite bitter and licorice-like, as I've said. Now it's developed a little bit. Those sweet flavours are starting to come out. But with a dark Belgian beer, you want them at the front. You want a bit of stickiness. That's what you want with a good Belgian dark ale. A bit of sweetness, a bit of stickiness around those dark fruits, around the fig, which is quite a sticky fruit. You know, that kind of figgy vibe, the prune vibe, the sultanas, the raisins, that are predominantly sweet kind of fruits. And you get that, but it's just too small for this beer, because as it goes across your palate, it does turn into that licoricey, bitter, drying vibe, which is a shame, because it is still a decent beer. It absolutely is a decent beer, and it's going down very, very easily. In my head, I didn't overhype it. I tried not to overhype it. I didn't want to do that. But I know from experience, I know I've drunk a lot of Belgian beers. I just don't see it as being better than all of the other Belgian beers. I just don't see it as being better than any other type of beer. It just is not the best beer in the world for me. Clearly for others, it is, and that's fine, because food, beer, everything is absolutely subjective in life. I completely get that and understand that. So I couldn't say to somebody who says to me, yeah, Chris, you're absolutely wrong, that is the best beer in the world, because it is the best beer in the world for them, but it just isn't for me. So I'm not knocking those people that say this is the best beer in the world, because for them maybe it is, and happy days. If it is for them, I'm glad they found that best beer in the world. I don't think I've found, with all the hundreds and hundreds of beers that I've drunk from around the world, I don't believe I've ever found that beer that I would just say, that's the best beer in the world. That's the best beer you could possibly get. That's the beer that I'm going to go and buy on a regular basis. There's lots of beers that I do buy on a regular basis, but I don't call them the best beers in the world. You know, if I want a simple, quick go to the supermarket, pick up a decent German lager, I'm buying Vorsteiner, Paulaner, Spaten. They're great beers. Are they the best beers in the world? No, they're not. Absolutely no, they're not. I just think on my journey of drinking beers, I just haven't found the best beer in the world. And I'm not sure there is such a thing as the best beer in the world. That's my thought process. I just don't think there is a best beer in the world. It all comes down to you as an individual, what you like, what suits, what the moment's like, who you're with, company. Company can change the way you feel about a beer. But sitting here, or standing here on my own, drinking a Westvleteren 12, is it the best beer in the world? No. There you go. I'm done. Thank you very much for watching. Very long video for me. See you soon on another one. Take care. Take care. Blah.